Just like any other technology, generative AI is a tool, and any tool can be used appropriately or inappropriately. We all know, don't run with scissors. Don't use a hammer to swat flies. But Gen AI is a new tool. Its capabilities are expanding like crazy. Everybody wants to use it and scale it up right away. However, there are many risks which people and organizations should know about when using generative AI. Sometimes AIs can hallucinate or spit out incorrect information. Hallucinations happen when there isn't enough data to make a correct assumption, when the model is too complex, or when users don't provide enough context. That's not good, but it's accidental. But there are cases when malicious actors deliberately manipulate inputs to the model to encourage incorrect results. And their work goes beyond simple misinformation. They use sophisticated and misleading AI-generated imitations called deepfakes to dupe people, steal their money, or create scandals. It's often hard to spot a deepfake, and sometimes it takes very advanced data analysis to detect them. Even without malicious actors, using generative AI can lead to confidential data being leaked. Intellectual property could be stolen. Human biases and prejudices could accidentally be introduced to our AI models. And that's why it's important to establish some guardrails for generative AI use. The most important step is to adopt responsible AI principles that include clear accountability and governance for its design, deployment, and usage. Accenture's responsible AI practices are rigorous. We believe that AI should be human by design. In other words, we need to identify the ways AI will affect people and then manage the impact. We believe in fairness. All AI models and algorithms should treat people equitably. We believe in transparency, explainability, and accuracy. Disclose when AI is being used, and make sure everyone can understand how decisions are made and assess the output that AI creates. We value safety. Any organization using AI should identify the potential harm and take steps to mitigate it. We believe in accountability. We document our governance structures, making sure that they have clear roles, responsibilities, and policies. We comply with all relevant laws. We value compliance, data privacy, and cybersecurity. And we practice sustainability. We consider AI's impact on the planet and take steps to mitigate any damage from its use. So that's all sorted, right? Establishing responsible AI principles should address all the risks. Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that 96% of all businesses say that they have articulated principles for responsible AI. The bad news is that only 2% of them have actually put those principles into action. It's not enough to simply agree on the responsible AI principles. We have to adopt and enforce them. Companies must also commit to ongoing monitoring, testing, and compliance. Governments are taking action to address the risks of AI through laws, regulations, and guidelines, though their approaches do vary. Countries like Singapore use a voluntary compliance approach. At the other end of the spectrum, countries like China and the European Union are adopting mandatory requirements. They even ban certain use cases. And some countries, like the United States, are taking a hybrid approach, using a mix of voluntary compliance for low-risk situations and mandatory compliance for high-risk ones. Organizations that take a proactive approach to using AI responsibly will be better prepared to manage risks and comply with those emerging regulations. One thing is certain: as generative AI continues to evolve and become a bigger part of our lives, the risks and the threats will evolve as well, making AI governance and responsible AI practices even more important.